So maybe you've taken part in today's quiz and you want to know what the results are. Or maybe you want to find out more about social distancing. Or perhaps even you want to know more about social distancing and how it impacts our mood. So in the next 10 minutes, we'll be talking to you more about the results that we got from your questionnaire. Now, last year, we showed you our mood map. And this is the mood map that we use to help young people manage their mental health and well-being. And first of all, it's really important for us to identify where we are in the map. Now, as we said before, mood is a mixture of two things: how much energy you've got or how little energy you've got, and how you're feeling. Are you feeling rubbish or are you feeling great? It's the energy that we've got and the mood together that give us how we're feeling and the mood in that moment. And it's really important for us to check in with ourselves regularly for us to find out exactly where we are on the mood map. Now, a lot of you responded to today's quiz and you talked about your mood as a result of the social distancing. Now, first of all, let's talk, what is social distancing? Social distancing is the avoidance of large groups of people, it's the avoidance of socialising. This is written by the World Health Organization. And social distancing is very much a now. It's because we have this pandemic going on, and it's all of us to take responsibility to ensure that this social distancing is incorporated. So it's more like a social solidarity. And so we're going to talk more about the difference between physical distancing and social distancing. Now, we've learned many lessons from the pandemic that we had, a virus similar to COVID in 2002, nearly 20 years ago. And the many studies as a result of that showed two things. So I'm just going to put up the map again, that many people, because of the worrying and everything, managed to, that were more on the negative side of the map, so their mood was really low. And so some people were panicking because of lack of food, panicking because of the uncertainty, panicking because there's so much news and some of it fake news that it was just, their panic was spiraling out of control. And then others got pushed into depression because they just didn't know how things were going to turn out. Also as well, post-traumatic stress disorder, this was another outcome. And also as well, deaths went up by about 29 to 30% because of the social isolation. So what we want to do is make sure that we take those lessons from 20 years ago and make sure that we use them in the now. So how can we manage this in the next 3 months or even 6 months? Because as our Prime Minister has said, the next 3 months are important. That uncertainty, but the more we can manage ourselves now, then the better things are going to be with us in the future. So in the next 3 months, we need to be managing ourselves and our well-being to make sure that if we're over here, like high mood, low mood and high energy, in panic or fear or stress or anxiety, or we're down here in sadness, boredom or depression, that we do as many things as possible to bring us onto the positive side of the map. And for us to do that, we have to do many things at many rewards. Now, there's two things that we need to do because we are social animals. And so it's only physical distancing that's important. Because we're social animals, there's many ways that we can socialise. So we need to make sure that we're contacting our loved ones daily. You know, we've got FaceTime, we've got Skype, we've got Zoom, we've got the phone, we've got all of these things. And all of these things we need to do is there somebody that you've wanted to contact for the past 10 years and you haven't contacted them yet? Hi, Alex. Speaking about that, in that case, pick up the phone and contact them. So, this is a time where we can be social and we need to be social to be able to pump out those hormones that are good for us, the dopamine, I was going to say adrenaline, but no, the dopamine, all of those hormones that are good, that make us feel good about ourselves and therefore build up our immunity. So also as well as being sociable, we need to make a plan. We need to have some control over our environment. So is there something that you wanted to do over the next 12 weeks? Learn a new language, learn a new skill or a trade, or even get fit, a six-pack or something like that. This is what you need to do. So, oh my goodness, Rebecca, how are you? So this is what we need to do. We need to take that plan and put it into action over the next 12 weeks. Because in 12 weeks' time, there is a lot of uncertainty, but at least we'll know that, for example, we'll have that language, we can go into a new job, we can go into, we can explore more options, or we can learn that musical instrument, or we'll be fitter. So all of those things that we can do. So as well as that, we need to make sure that we have a schedule. So we need to be waking up at the right time. We need to be exercising at the right time. And if you're families, then, it's not that you don't go out. You can, as a family, go out. The government recommendations have said that. The government recommendations also say that you can, that adults need 40 minutes exercise a day. Thank you. And kids need an hour exercise a day. It doesn't need to be all at once. It can be in little chunks of 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and 10 minutes there, as long as it all adds up. So make sure that you have a fixed schedule, that there's hour activities, lots of rewards, especially if you've got kids in your household, and then go out for a walk or do some activity. Or there's lots of stuff on YouTube. So you need to keep that. You need to do as many things as possible. Let me just get the map back up again. And many things as possible to make sure that you're on the positive side of the map. Because it's when we're on the positive side of the map, when we're over here, and so we'll be feeling in action if we're high energy, high mood, or we're feeling over here if we're feeling chilled out, and so we're low energy but feeling in a good mood. So after we've done an exercise program or something like that, all of these things, this is where we need to be. So if you're over here and you've got low moods and high energy, so you're more stressed or panicked, or you're down here, which means that you're low mood and you're low energy, start doing things today that's going to boost those feel-good hormones and push you over here. Is there something that you want to do that you've always wanted to do and that you can achieve it in 3 months, such as learning a language, learning a new instrument, learning a new trade? Then put it in action. Also as well, is there somebody that you want to contact that you haven't contacted in years? Pick up the phone or Skype or FaceTime and contact them. There's so many things we need to do. And also as well, we need a schedule. As well, we need a healthy eating campaign. Now, thank you so much for taking part in the quiz. There's going to be another quiz tomorrow, and I'll be doing another Facebook Live around the same time tomorrow to answer your questions. If there's any feedback that you can give, that would be amazing. Please contact us. Please inbox us. We're on all of the social media platforms. As I said, this is a time for social solidarity. We need to be together. That's what it is. So the social solidarity, that social decision that we've made, that we're going to distance ourselves, that social distancing, so we can all get through this and get through onto the other side of all of this. And at the same time, making sure that we're managing our mental health and well-being and any projects that we're putting in place as well. So thank you very much for watching this video. This is Jackie and Julian Campbell Foundation, and we'll see you on the next video.